Game on. Back at it. Here we go again. Alright, what's on the menu? Euro Champs. Don't have anything on that, so that's, I guess, off the menu. Out of stock. I don't have any service right now, so we're ripping this one fucking blind. But yeah, that means I can't look anything up, so we'll wait on Euro Champs. Maybe I'll pause this and then record some more when I have service. We'll see. We'll see. We'll leave that till the end. U.S. Nationals, that happened. Got some questions. Got some answers. Whoa. Whoa, dude. That was so sick how you did some wordplay right there. I fucking hate myself, goddamn. Reader slope style. Maybe big white slope style. No actual information, just opinions. Just it's gonna feed into maybe not so much the slope style events themselves, but the courses on the events at the events. Nailed it. What else we got? Oh, all right. It's obviously I have heard some Joe Rogan podcasts. You take one look at me, you go, that's a man who's heard some Joe Rogan, who maybe has paid a little too much attention and listened too intently to Joe Rogan. It's quite obvious. And I'm okay with that. Okay? All right? I'm not getting mad. You're mad. But every once in a while, he'll drop into my timeline on YouTube, and maybe that's because I've subscribed to his channel. Maybe not. But the point being, I'll click on some of them, and I'll start listening. There haven't been. They're a little out there. I think I've grown a little bit past maybe my Joe Rogan phase, my Joe Rogan era, as I'm sure we all do at some point in our lives when we stop smoking as much weed. the, I like the who's the old guy? Not Carlson. I don't even know what that dude's first name is, but it's like it's the guy who who gets mad at all the historians and people that uncover shit like bones and stuff or ruins. God damn it, I can't think of his name and I don't have fucking internet. Oh well, it's worth it. Um I like that guy because it's more of just like, all right, this isn't real. I can just fucking turn my brain off, listen to some storytelling. I listened to one. He had Joe Rogan had a on that podcast on that thing. He had this guy that like kind of deals with like trauma and stuff. There's a very like common theme and thread to all of these interviewees, and it's that I don't know, they're like righting a wrong or yeah, I mean it makes sense. It's like this is your shot to get the word out there. So, but it's funny. It always has that air of like they know there's something being covered up or there's something not being looked at, quote unquote correctly. It's just like it's just conspiracy theory energy. That's all. That's all it is. That's exactly what it is. Whoops. Didn't mean to hit play on that. But yeah, there was a not a recent guest, but someone who I kind of looked up to see was like, "Oh man, interesting." I was listening to uh Matt and Shane's secret podcast, and Matt had on like Marcus King, and they had mentioned Rick Rubin, and that's who I looked up and listened to. I got through 2 hours of the interview before I got through like an hour and a half. Had to take a fucking break because this guy's insufferable. Little preview. And then I listened to like 30 more minutes, and it didn't get any fucking better. That guy sucks. Fuck Rick Rubin. What else we got? I got U.S. Nationals on there twice. We'll get into that. The BMX Battle of Hastings, not till September. Stop fucking teasing me. I gotta put that farther down on my list. Oh, the guy who's like talking about childhood trauma and shit like that was Gaber Mate. Is that how you say his name? Gaber Mate? It's probably something fucking completely different. But the point is that like all of these people are like, it just feels like, well, there's something not going on. I was harmed. I didn't have this, and I figured it all out. I That's what it is. It's this. I've I've got it all down, guys. I've uncovered the plot. Hang on, you all need to hear this. Jesus Christ. All right, let's see how far we get. What do I want to go into for? Oh, there was like a comment on the Pat McAfee show had a the Pat McAfee show had on a coach. Fuck, what's his name? He's at Nebraska. He's at Nebraska now. He was at the Panthers. Matt Rule, and he like mentioned something just with like I don't know why, but like the childhood trauma. This made me think of that. There was like this. So they're interviewing him, and he's telling this story of like he wants people that are committed or something. Maybe it wasn't quite that bad, but I forget. Like, fuck, what is it? Maybe it was just like a feel good story of like, yeah, we gave this kid a scholarship. That's all it was. It was just talking. Maybe it was just talking about scholarships. For some reason, I feel like the setup was a little bit darker than what was intended because it was never like maybe said out loud, put so plainly. But then, dude, I don't know. It felt like they kind of like crossed his mind like as he was going, and he just kind of like almost like chuckled, like kind of how I do with like, oh shit, like that, like or just like anyone does, and it's like oh fuck, I just kind of realized the maybe insanity of the situation or something to that extent. But he's like telling this story about this kid is like really committed to the team, like wants to be on the team, doing really well, but like comes into his office one day just like with maybe his parents like crying or something like that, and the and sits down and has this meeting and goes, I can't pay for college anymore. Like I can't afford to go. Like this kid is not. I think he made it to the NFL. This kid is not like he's not going there to play school. Shout out Cardell Jones. He's not going there to play school. He's going there to play football. And this kid is like spent all his money on this like institution that's supposed to be like an educational institution at the time, right? Student athletes couldn't get paid. So fuck you, NCAA. And this kid like sits down, like I can't pay for school anymore. I have to quit. I have to leave the team. I have to give this dream up and go back to being like what is more commonly referred to as being a real person. This crazy shit. And this was the story where he was like, and next thing you know, we were able to get him on scholarship. I don't think he said next thing you know, but in my mind I was like, he was like, and you know, we made some calls or called some other people or whatever, and I don't think it was even that. It was just like, and then we wanted to get him on scholarship, so we got him on scholarship, and it was like, dude, I don't know if you're not saying this. It's not coming across maybe how you mean it. Like you got to put a little bit more thought into how you communicate this, because it sounds like this kid basically went through like weeks, if not months, of like sleepless and stressful nights of like not understand, like working another job. I think he mentioned that he like worked another job, like to try and pay for this shit that should have been getting for free already. I think because he was that talented, and like just fucking didn't. Like they just didn't. Like if you're the coach of a team, how do you not know your athlete's like situation? So like if you were able to get him, if you wanted him on scholarship that entire time, did you just like did you know that he could pay and was just like, all right, fuck it, we don't need to give him the scholarship, we'll give it to someone else? Like it's not completely based on merit. It's like how good you can build the team. And some people get screwed out. It's just like it's another like moment that just I feel like screams to me, no one gives a fuck about you. Like no one cares. How can the whole, the sum of the parts benefit? Or how can someone else individually benefit? It like I feel like everything is focused on the individual. Like how can you better your life? I don't really know where I'm going with this, but it's just I don't know. There's like people are supposed to look out for you. Like your family's supposed to look out for you. That's supposed to be who you can like rely on and shit. And it's just like I don't know. I'm not so much like family, but like team. Like when like in the like a football team. Like the I wasn't in team sports very fucking much as a kid. I mean, I swam and shit, but that's like very in. There's a team, yeah, but it's like very individual. But it feels like in those team sports, it's kind of like family. You're like it's like that's how it feels like it's preached. And like you, yeah, I don't know. Matt Rule, just fucking even just lie. Be like, yo, it was really hard to get him on scholarship, but we made it happen. Like just say something else other than like kind of comedically trying to tell a story about how you were able, how a scholarship went to someone who deserved it and not a second before. Like, dog, come on. That sucks, dude. That sucks so much. All right. What was I even? Was it some? Oh my God. We were just on the menu. We were just looking over what was going on. What were we going to talk about? There's a pink bike whip off from Crankworks from a while ago. They just like completely put in shit. Some like Eris, her name's like Eris Van Leuven or whatever, something like that. Maybe I don't know. But her whip was just like completely wrong. That was funny because I was like watched the video and then was like, damn, that was first place should not have gotten first place. That was crazy. And then you like go to the comments, see if anyone else is having the same thoughts. They are. That's good to know. And I'm not just some fucking wackadoo. Um, and then Pink Bike like went down or like commented and was like, "Oh shit, our bad. Here's the actual whip, dude." Excuse me. The difference in the whips. Like, how the fuck are you watching this and going, "Nailed it"? Yep, there's no errors in that. It's like I don't know. That's like the it's like the typo version of like when you're watching a or not watching, when you're like writing something and you're like, editing it yourself and then you give it to someone and they're like there's just a blatant obvious like typo or error or something that needs to be corrected and they're like, "Yo, dude, what?" Or like in like accounting there's like the balance, like if something doesn't balance And you're just like, I don't fucking get it. I can't find it. Someone takes one look at it and just goes, dude, it's right there. it's it's like you're watching it and you get to, and I think yeah, I think the girls were first. So it's not like it was at the end of the video, but it was like, all right, it's third place, makes sense. Or like, okay, that was pretty good whip. Second place, all right, that's pretty good. Man, what's first? That shouldn't be first. What the hell? What the hell? What's going on here? And then you just, oh, sorry, our bad. This is what it should be. Holy shit! Just someone watching that and going, that's that's first place right there. Just like the regular like fucking couch potatoes like myself can clearly tell like, huh, something's off here. Little Crankworks. Whoa, yawn. Little Crankworks cleanup. What else was there? Anything else from Crankworks? Not really. I think it went right on to the reader slope style. Speaking of, the courses at these events are pretty insane, man. These jumps, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and watch some of the Crankworks joyrides from, man, anywhere from like 2011 to, when did I stop watching them? Maybe a little bit before. I don't know if I was as up on it when I was in college. Or afterwards. Man, I took a long fucking break. Whew, that sucked. Good to be back. Anyways, the yeah, because these jumps look fucking massive, dude. The amplitude that these guys are getting, and I'm not talking about like features and shit, like drops. What's giving me pause about that statement is like I'm thinking back to certain like drops over like a final drop into the finish area on the slope style, and there's like it's like a big like kokanee sign. Like there's been big shit at these events for sure, but it feels like I don't know if things are like steepening up. I think it's a combination of things steepening, maybe not steepening. I don't know. Just bigger shit. Like everything is bigger. Like like the speed has been dialed in so well that there isn't like they're on the max, like they're redlining the entire way. It's not like okay, you're breaking into. I remember Anthony Mazzari blasting a hip so high at one of these years, and I don't remember which one it was. I want to say it was like back in like 14, 15, 16, maybe something like that, 18, possibly. I don't know. And I feel like there's more trick jumps that are just like that send you to the absolute moon. So I feel like the first like everything in the like every jump at Joyride, the first jump specifically at Reader Invitational, the into the whale tail, that was fucking nuts. That jump blasted people. And they would be hauling into it, so that was pretty intense. I was very surprised at the course build, the standard of the course build, um, at the Reader Invitational. I mean, I guess I shouldn't have been because it's Brett Reader. I think he's like putting his name on it, so he wants it to be good. But I mean, still, like I wonder how much went into that. It looked almost as good as Joyride. I'm not, dude. I'm not kidding. It looked sick. It was crazy the amount of shit that was built up. I mean, no, it wasn't as much as Joyride, but like it was still fucking big. Like there was big shit in there. So pretty cool to see. Pretty sick to watch. What went down? What was it? What did I have written down? Um, oh, the I had a couple follows on Insta. Some like pretty clean landings. Good all around like technical prowess. It seemed from this kid, Aiden Siebenaler. I don't remember where he's from. He might have been from Canada. Just had really clean landings. What did I write down here? Double tail whip to oppo, double tail whip, double back. He's in there, and a triple downside three whip. That was his last trick was pretty insane. And now I think a couple more people pulled that. I don't know if they did a triple, but they definitely did doubles. I saw two more people with at least a double. So to do a triple was pretty impressive, and it was just like an overall very clean run. I don't know where he placed. Man, wish I had fucking service. Oh well. Alex Alenko, huge cork 7. That was pretty sick. That was really cool to see. Chance more than 91. He landed it pretty clean, but I was surprised at the score that Chance Moore got. Congrats to him for sure, but definitely, yeah. I just wish I could like interview these judges or something. Like they could talk us the viewers through what's going down, like through their heads, like in the moment. Like, do they even know what they're doing? And if they do, then and they should. I'm sure they do. But you guys got to be able to fucking communicate that because this sucks. I don't know why the fuck people are getting certain scores. In football, I know when something's happening. Like, I can just watch it. Saw it. Okay. Makes sense. But some of these fucking scores are just like, it's like the judges are like, they're just like, it's just animals. They're just like, whoa, that was sick. 95. It's like the dunk contest. It's like fucking tens all around. Well, you can't get better, you doofuses. You big dumb dummies. You're putting your dumb at. Yeah, it was fucking sick, but stop. Oh shit, what the fuck? Give him a 10. 10's the highest it can go. It means it can't get better, and it obviously could. God damn it. Vince Carter is the only person that should get a 10. That man could dunk. Shout out. What else? Oh yeah, just the overall cleanliness of the runs of the landings. It was pretty impressive. There were some three drops that were spot on for that Lucas Scold. Oh shit, I listened to it. What was it? Scold, something like that. Lucas Scold. um, so just some pretty technically sound riders. Guess who wasn't really that impressive? Yeah, a fucking moron. But overall, I think Jake Atkinson's going to be a standout performer in 2024 or 2025. That's really when he's going to make his mark. Dude, no one has any fucking idea what they're talking about. To say it so matter of factly is like, well, you better be right about this because nothing about what you said was interesting at all. It was like AI. I wonder if it was AI and it's just like there to get people pissed off. This is like the Russian bots, but for the ride companions traffic on their fucking fantasy biking website. Got to get traffic up. We're going to put Russian bots out to work this one kid up. He's not actually even going to comment on it. He's just going to shout about it into the nothingness that is YouTube with 0 viewers. I can't help it. This is my therapy. I got to get it out somehow. No one wants to listen to this, and I understand that. I get it. Neither do I. That's not true. I do like listening back to these. I sound like an absolute idiot, so it's super fun. Oh shit. No way. People have similar shit they wear when they ride, and I it looks like exactly like someone I know. Sorry, I'm in the parking lot a um of a trail system that I am super stoked to ride. It's gonna be pretty dope. But people just pulled in and yeah, you ever like see someone but from far away, they have like the same clothing, same like riding style, same you're like, "Oh shit, is that?" Oh, no, just completely different person. Don't know why I thought it would be the exact person I know that doesn't even live around here. You know what I mean? Just like so fucking dumb. Oh man, they have that evil bike. Evil bikes are pretty sick. They look so dope. So dope. Pretty sweet. What else do I got? Ooh. Oh man, who was this? I got so anyways, the and Big White also seemed like it had pretty big jump. I saw like the first trick of someone at that shout out contest slope style riders or builders because the shit you're building is pretty sick. I'm not getting the same crazy feeling that I get that I got when I was younger watching this, and I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I think it's yeah. I don't know. I wish there were more super technically sound and clean riders like Seminuk and Reader on on the course, like in the slope style kind of like arena. Because it's like, what was it back in the day? Who was it? Cam Zink, McCall, Reader, Seminuk, Missouri was in there. Who am I leaving out? Who are some like obvious, the McCalls, plural, but I mean, way back in the day, obviously like Paul Bass and shit like that, but Kyle Strait, who else? I mean, Thomas Chanel was there for a little bit towards the beginning. I'm like pumped on Thomas Genome nowadays. Oh, anyways, this was getting to the point of on Instagram, Thomas Genome and Pink Bike. Oh, it was on Reader's post. Reader was like, just wanted to not competing, just wanted to kind of hop back into it and like get the feeling back in the legs, you know. Um, and he was like kind of throwing down some fucking obviously like steezy clean threes or backflips, whatever it was, just like looking so good. And Pink Bike and Thomas Chanel both commented like goat. We need to calm the fuck down with who we're calling a goat. People are like, and I heard that who else was it? Was it like maybe like NFL Insider or some like NFL commentator or whatever was like, oh man, so many goats. Like, just gotta, one of the goats. It's like, actually, I'm okay with one of. No, I'm not. The greatest of all time. Greatest. Peak. Finite. Not one of the greats. Greatest. There's a difference. There can only be one fucking goat, you morons. Goat, goat, you're goat, you're goat. No, there's one goat. Ooh, shit. Who is it from mountain biking? Ah, it's it's Seminuk. It's for slope style. It is Seminuk. It's gotta be. I think downhill, Greg Minnar. All right, all right, all right, all right. Maybe. Ooh, I want to get into this now. Maybe I'll say positive vibes only. We're not going to complain about Rick Rubin just yet. Who's the who is the Okay, so we got goats. We got Don't you fucking do that. We got the goat for slopestyle. Let's do slopestyle first. Seminuk. Easy. Oh, maybe I save this for another. Maybe I save this for another. Ooh, Aiden's here. Let's go. About to go biking. All right. I'll catch you in a bit. Maybe we'll go over goat talk then. Bye. Oh, wait. Not quite bye. Maybe we'll come back. I don't know. Maybe it's a bye. But right now, timeout. Car. Game on. 2-1. What's up? Woo! Love bikes. Man, I'm so interested in surfing, but I'm just so much better at biking. I'm not great by any means, but I am. I can have so much more fun on a bike just because I have more time on it. And that just makes me want to surf even more because I'm like, man, how much fucking time do I need? I mean, how much how much time should I be spending it? I didn't want it to sound like it was a bad thing. How much time do I need to spend on this board because I'm like I want to spend the time. So, that's been pretty sweet. Dude, I fucking bonked my goddamn head on this board. Maybe it was more of a conk. It wasn't a plonk. That's just a soft little. Oop. This was definitely. It was an onk related injury, that's for sure. Bopped me right on my fucking head. Dude, I had. I like. It, like. I didn't. It was weird. I didn't get a concussion from it. I'm fine now. Feeling fine. It's just like a soreness. Like I'm literally like. And I guess I haven't really been fucking bopped on my head before. I mean, I'm always wearing a helmet if I do hit my head. But yeah, it's like a fucking bruise. Like fucking nice little goose egg I got on my head. It's like brain's fine. No, it doesn't hurt to think or anything like that. It's just I went biking, felt fine in the air. Great, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was testing out new features, which are just so scary when they're fucking like when it's like gap related doubles. I picked and chose my battles pretty well. Proud of myself. Oh yeah. No. Well, to go talk, I'm right. I nailed it. I named basically everyone that mattered. The only person I didn't name, which I absolutely should have, didn't realize he won a Crankworx slopestyle, but I view him more as a big mountain rider and wouldn't tarnish his name with slopestyle. Andrew LeContegui. Shout out. One of the only athletes I can think of that had a Red Bull helmet to not having a Red Bull helmet, monster helmet, doing his own thing, just all over the fucking map. I think he's doing like more moto stuff nowadays. He's a gnarly fucking rider. He was one of my favorite riders to watch. That entire crew. Kurt Sorgi, Andrew LeContegui, all those fucking bombers, those big mountain riders. Nico Vink, the Fest Series riders. Vinny T's not really, but kinda. Just part of it. He's just a fucking Dumbass Frenchie that rides anything and everything. So goddamn well. Yeah. Tested some jumps out today on this trail. The boys got outside the city limits, dragged them out to the forest and rode down some trails and over some jumps. Testing out new stuff is so scary. And then once you get it, it's pretty much fine. It's so fucking dry and dusty. I can't wait though to come back and ride. We were talking about this. Some of this shit, it just like you can't even ride it right now. But during the fall, I think some more like when there's more moisture in the ground, shit isn't just crumbling underneath you. Oh man, I really gotta fucking buy one of these cameras, DJI Osmo Action 3. That's the one I got my eye on. Then just take videos, put them up on YouTube. Oh man, fucking GoPro, dude. Such an idiot. Getting my shit stolen. Dummy. Oh well. That camera is pretty sick, but it's so expensive to buy new, and then the one that is for sale is out in um Hood River. So it's like I got to drive all the way out fucking there. That's like an hour and a half basically because it's not exact. It's like a little past that. But it would be pretty sick to videotape some of these fucking trails that I'm going down. The boys ripping in front of me. That's be fucking fun. Um, where was I? No one wants to fucking hear about that shit. Yeah, that was Go Talk for Slope Style. Um, U.S. Nationals watched a little. Oh, rip. Scott Huntley, I think his name was. Kid fucking died racing, dude. Oh my god. Oh boy, it's just never not what you want. Oh, hopefully it was on a jump. He's a little closer to heaven. Fuck, that sucks, dude. Where did I set my phone? Uh-oh. There it is. Um, but yeah, we're gonna try and keep it positive. I let all my frustration and anger out about Rick Rubin. It actually came up when I was talking with my buddies on the shuttle ride, and my friend was like, yeah, all the his like main thing or the one thing he said was like that got it started. It was like the fuck. What did he say? Basically, all the like he's just like being funny about it, like hyperbole. He's like basically all the best records of any band that had like Rick Rubin on it, like that kind of shit, which makes sense. The guy's a fucking smart dude, knows how to switch it up, but his entire shit can be summed up in just that. He just knows how to switch it up. He's just aware. Fucking move it on. Positive vibes only. U.S. Nationals. I think they film it and then they cut it and put it out later. Not I think. Obviously, that's what they do. But it does look pretty good. I don't know if they can do like a live thing. Maybe I just missed it. I probably missed it. But yeah, whatever package they put out, cut up and put out afterwards, pretty sick. Nice job. Way to be. I didn't. Where's Dak? Where was Dak? I didn't see him. I hope he didn't get hurt. Like have to sit out. I feel like they would have said something in that presentation. They would have had to. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Nice to see Gwynny back. What do you get? Third? Way to be, boy. Finding his speed. Austin Dooley, that kid has some speed. He's I psyched to see. We got a nice little kind of drop right back into the scene, and we got this nice little fucking American contingency of riders just holding strong in the world rankings or on the world stage. And not maybe not Austin Dooley, but I'm including him in there because it seems like he. I was watching his race run, and man, what was it? It wasn't like what's his name? Fuck, what's his name? He's on Canyon. It's like in fifth overall in the world or whatever. He's so chill. Lucas Shaw. Yeah. Duh. Um, Luca. Is that his last name? Um, he. Man, what about him? Oh shit. I think it's like what I saw originally was just like his cornering. He's very on it with his like just whole body positioning. Just looks real good on the bike. That's what it is. Austin Dooley, his body positioning on the bike looks really good. Now, maybe not as good as Lucas Shaw's, but it has the same vibe. Like, okay, in every turn, it feels like he's turning his body into the turn, like creating a lot of tension, downforce on the bike, going faster. So maybe just even more strength, even more uh, endurance. I don't know how old he is. But anyway, I mean, I don't feel like he's peaked out at, by any means. So I feel like he's still got some room to grow too. Lucas Shaw feels pretty big, like kind of reminds me like looks a little bit like Loick's body, big quads basically, large gams, just what you want. Not just quads, legs in general, like the back end, fucking, not just the glutes, the hamstrings, your gams. I fucking love using that word. But kind of buried the lead here. Holy shit, dude. Asa Vermette is insane. He won. He got first. He races junior downhill, junior World Cup. He's in the junior category, and he won. He won U.S. Nationals. He's the national champ. He gets to wear the sleeve. That's insane. Against, I mean, I still want to know where Dak went. Where the fuck did Dak go? Yeah, I don't know. What was that was nuts. That was absolutely nuts. I can't believe he smoked everyone. I mean maybe not smoked, but I think he was like a full second ahead of everyone. Pretty wild, pretty wild. Pretty fucking nuts. US national champs. There you go. That's going to be it's going to be fun to listen to, learn about. Ooh, I'm going to pause this and look up the Euro champs results. Hang on. Car. listen to who's in this fucking race. In first place, Andreas Kolb won. This is just I'm just gonna read what I'm reading is a World Cup. I'm just reading World Cup race. That's all this is. That is the one nice part about the one really cool part about European stuff is it feels like it involves a lot of different I don't know, just I mean it does. It's like languages. I want to say cultures, but that sounds just too fucking refined and pompous. But whatever. It kind of does. It kind of brings I not yeah, like Yeah, you would normally hang out with your group of people. Your what creates your culture in your group. So when you don't have them a lot, when you don't have them together, or when you combine a bunch of them together, then it is cool to see all of those cultures interact. All of those groups of people interact. And in the US, we're just Americans. We're all just Americans. Yeah, there's like West Coast and East Coast, but it's not as defined as it is by like language. And I know they all fucking can speak a bunch of different languages because they're cool and smart and shit. Just because you got your fucking education system figured out over there doesn't mean you're better than us, nerds. You dorks. But yeah, listen to this fucking list. Andreas Kolb first. I'll just go first down. Yeah. Second, Matt Walker. Loic Martin. Don't know who that is. Thibaut Deprella fourth. Charlie Hatton fifth. Stefano Introzzi. Don't know who that is. Remy Tyrion seventh. Max Hartenstern eighth. Not sure who that is. Ronan Dunn 10th. Phil Atwill 11th. Kid's got some fucking speed. Thomas Estak 13th. Dylan Levesque 15th. Danny Hart 19th. My boy. He's just Benoit Coulange, Taylor Vernon. Just an absolute stacked field, dude. Yeah, just reading a World Cup. It's basically, yeah, it's like New Zealand, also Australia. These like singular kind of like areas where it's just all very contained into one overarching culture. It's not defined by like countries. So it is neat to see the Europeans have that because it's a very deep field. Interesting. It's cool to see some of those names up there. I don't recognize it, like Loic Martin, Stefano and Trozzi, maybe a little bit. It kind of sounds familiar, but you put Stefano in front of anything, I'm not gonna remember then the last name is just a bunch of fucking vowels. But I'll be like, oh, Stefano, I know that one. Meanwhile, it's just like any like Jacob in English. It's just like a bunch of Jacobs, a bunch of Stephanos, whatever. You get it. Yeah, fucking crazy. Ronan Dunn 10th. This track was at Champery, and I think this is the. I don't know if this is the track that Danny won on or if it's like different. Probably a different tracks. Probably not the exact same. But all these tracks are so steep. This Champery's like hope I'm saying that right. It's definitely not Champery. It's very no Champery. Champery? I don't know. It's like I guess it's like a cliffside from the way I was watching Danny Hart's video. Danny, we don't need to see your face, bud. Just hear your voice. We want to see what you're seeing. Face the camera away. um, and God damn it, take it out of, change the camera settings. Just not much. I don't need much. I'm not asking for much. I promise. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm asking for. Just out of hyperview. That's all I'm saying. That's the only request. Two requests. Want to see what you're seeing? Maybe try to take maybe a little bit out of hyperview. But it also might have just been that it was on your face and your face was just looked like an alien. Your face shape changed every time the camera was on you. It was a different shape. Love you, Danny. Okay, moving on. Based on that, very steep cliff that they're riding down. And it makes there's not many spots where it's just like straight ahead couple spots and those are even fast and then everything else is just like crisscrossing the hill. It's crazy, dude. Yeah, just so steep. So sick to watch. I really gotta find. I gotta find I gotta find that YouTube and see if I can find the finals and just find the different riders because that'd be fucking worth it. Um. All right, it's getting late. I'm tired. I know it's not an hour, but no one fucking listens to this anyways. Oh man, I promised myself. At first, I was only doing 30 minutes. Therapy sessions are usually an hour, though. Oh my gosh, I'm just so tired. Dude, I went so hard surfing. I'm really trying not to dive into Rick Rubin. It's not even that, it's not even that, it's not even bad. It's just like, whatever. He's just fucking, it sounds like he's fucking full of himself. He's in this fucking, he's in this interview and Rogan asks him, what does he say? I wrote it down. I wrote it down. Oh, he goes, you must get inundated with requests. To which he responds, yes and no, like with a smirk and a chuckle, as if he's like, yeah, duh, dude, I'm amazing. Like, fuck this guy. Yes and no. No, dude, there is no no. There's no no. It's just yes. Own it. You are a you are quote unquote an important person who helps to create good art. Just say yes, I get inundated with requests and be cool about it. Don't do this whole fucking yes and no. So modest of me. Even though I know I don't have to be. The fake modesty is what fucking irks me. Because you can see right through it. But he's some fucking like Santa character. It's just like if you listen to the universe, it's like oh yeah. If you listen to the wind, to the breeze, Pocahontas, good one. No one's heard that before. You fucking dickhead. I have so many other things about that. He was mentioning something about his like fucking the Chili Peppers album. They did it in the house. He just like does something different randomly. Like, oh, they were talking about doing it in a studio and doing it in a studio, and they didn't like that. So I was like, what about in a house? It's like it's like he is aware enough to know that something is going wrong, and but doesn't know enough shit to like or want to spend enough time figuring out what it exactly the thing is. So he just does some random fucking change, and I could see it because this is like I feel like this is me, like that's me to a certain extent. Some fucking lazy person that's just like, oh, I'm so self aware. Let me, but I'm not like gonna actually like better my life. Well, I can self analyze and then actualize these things that I'm working on to become a better person as I sit in a van talking to myself. Went biking and surfing for the last week. Shit is going wild, going crazy in my life. I have no fucking like plan for the future. I do not care. Yet I'm so aware and focused on bettering myself. Shut the fuck up, dude. I'm just out here having fun. That's all this is. I became aware enough to realize that I was going to fucking kill myself or change everything and actually be happy. For once in my life, try to figure out what makes me happy That's the big part. Try to figure out what makes me happy, what makes you happy, and then use that as a motivator to get you through the fucking day. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is what fucking happens when I don't have anything else to talk about. We get into fucking therapy. It actually gets real. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Piscanios. Chili Peppers album. Back to it. Back to fuck Rick Rubin. It's just what else was this? Goes on to say the energy was different from the first time to the second time. Like, yeah, I didn't get the best. Oh yeah, he's just a fucking hanger on, dude. He changes one little thing and then acts like he's part of acts like he's fucking like an artiste. He is a creator. Like, dude, it's not you. It's the artist. You are just a facilitator to harvest new energy. You are just a change. That's all you are. You are just a someone to bounce ideas off of. He's like, yeah, then we created this piece of art. What, man, I think I wrote it down. Yeah, it's like, no one else knows. Oh, yeah, he's like, no one else knows, blah, 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 talking about, like, what it feels like, how it is to be this. We're all creators. No, you're not, dude. They're the creators. You're just a fucking guide. you're, you're just, you're just a guide on, like, on the path. You're a coach. Like when when a mountain biker goes down the mountain and wins the race, did the coach win the race? No, the athlete won the race. The coach did not win the race. The coach coached, and the athlete won the race. Let the athlete be the one that wins. Let the artist be the one that gets the credit for creating. Like this guy just like attaches himself to brilliance and then has duped these fucking artists into believing that he is a specific reason. I don't know. He probably fucking is. Whatever. The way it comes across is terrible. It's he's probably a genius. He's probably someone. I mean, he has a fucking book, and I'm pretty sure where I stopped listening, I listened to this for the first like hour and a half. This fucking interview on Joe Rogan, an hour and a half. I sat through it, just hate listening. Had to stop, pressed pause for several days, went back, listened to 30 minutes more. It made me feel the exact fucking same. The exact same. He's just this pompous, arrogant asshole that pretends like he's like doesn't know that his name is one of the most famous. Do you get inundated with requests? Yes, I do. And it's amazing that I get so many. Because of it truly is the artists that deserve all the credit in these situations as they create their masterpieces that I get to be a guide on their path towards. I don't fucking know. Something like that. Not yes and no. Haha. It is both. If you open your eyes to what the universe is telling you, you can achieve anything. The world will open up and be your oyster. Down into the depths of your mind and take a step with me, and we can blast off into fucking oblivion. I don't fucking know. This guy, dude, it's not that fucking deep. People just can't calm down. They get fucking into drugs. They're whacked out. And they need someone to just be like, okay, well, that's, people get like frozen within their own like decision making matrix and just become still figures in their own lives. And you're just the person that's like, oh no, we're playing freeze tag. Don't worry about it. You can just be unfrozen now. What do you think we should do? What would you want to do? I wanna do this. I want to change this about what you guys are doing, and I think that might change something. Okay. Yeah, sure, we can try that. It's literally just that. It's just like it's like pretending to not know something and or not I guess it's not pretending, but it's like not knowing something and then just yeah, it's just self-analyzing. It's just being like, "Huh, what would make me feel this? What would make me feel that? What do I need to do to make me feel this?" Like it's dude, mind-boggling. He's not I'm not into it. I'm not into it. Which is pretty fucking funny because whatever. All right, there you go. You happy? You got your fucking therapy in? All right, another one in the books. I'll see you next week. Bye.